Sagittarius, Capricorn, to your Astrodice reading for February. Hope your friends are doing great out there. If your friends like this, hit that big old like button. Okay, let's see what's going on. Guys, we have a big month for a very small month. Got a lot of portals this month. I believe there is like 11 of them altogether, but we're only going to talk about the ones, right, for this reading. Is going to be on the 1st today. Is going to be that full moon in Leo. And then we have the 17th, which is going to be the Chinese New Year, welcoming in that fire horse, and of course the new moon in Pisces. 14th, of course, is Valentine's Day, and the 25th is when Mercury will stabilize itself, full Mercury retrograde. So, yeah, you know, it's pretty crazy. It's a lot of energy for something that only has like 28 days, right? And they say there's like 11 portals altogether. So, I mean, you know how that is. Okay, let's go. We do have a Taurus energy coming out with Jupiter energy and going straight into the 9th house, guys. Okay. Yeah, I think getting straight in here, let's see what's going on within the situation. Okay. You have Jupiter coming out with your confidence, courage, self-belief, and luck. Taurus energy. This energy around you shows that the abundance of nature is rich, earthly, and productive, yet relaxed and slow. And going straight into the 9th house of broadening your horizons, either spiritually, academically, or on a long journey. Okay, guys. I like the Taurus in it, though. That's going to slow you down a little bit. It might throw you for a loop a little bit, but you're in your own energy anyways with that Jupiter energy. You have that Sag in you. Jupiter is Saturn, or is Sagittarius, excuse me. You do have Saturn in you, but you have that Taurus instead, which is going to be that Venus energy. But I will tell you one thing, that energy for you is still going to be a little slow for that Capricorn, right? That Taurus energy is a little bit slow for most people, unless you're a Scorpio, right? Scorpio can really work, but that's the sister sign. So, but you might find that it's a little slow for you, Cappy. Sag Cap, you guys are movers and shakers, so you're going to feel, I think it's going to feel a little imbalanced for you for the 9th house. Although I do like it for the 9th house because I think it is a good place to have such a good energy like that, though. Because it's going to allow you to broaden those horizons without feeling like you're moving too fast. But I know you guys want to move and shake. You want to get things done. This is so slow. Why are we sitting here? Because you're doing something. You're evolving. You're transforming in the, within this situation. You're having a spiritual awakening. You're having an enlightening moment, whether it's for love, whether it's for work, whether it's just for life, and it's in general, right? So whatever it is, it's going to, help you out in the end. But yes, I do feel like it's going to feel a little slow. Let's go. Getting straight to this situation. Situation takes place at the beginning of the month, middle of the month, and the end of the month. Sacrifice with the spiritual, that there it already is. It already is like, okay, well, I'm already in hangman mode for the spiritual strength, the 9th, 9 of Wands. Feeling like I'm using, I'm being versatile. That's exactly what it is. I'm thinking, I'm hanging around, I'm being versatile though, but I'm also, I'm like hanging on by a thread, trying to figure out everything. But I do feel like there's going to be like this kind of spiritual awakening in the very beginning of the month. But we also have that full moon in Leo today, which the portal's been open. And remember, the portal's open for at least the next 3 days. But remember, it's been open anyways. right? Just because I'm doing this reading on the 1st, the portal's been open since Thursday, right? Thursday, Friday, and it'll be open again until, Tuesday. Yeah, because it's where the communication is. You might even feel like you're communicating. For those of you, you might feel like you're getting a lot of, wait, hold on one second. You're getting a lot of downloads. You're getting a lot of upgrades and downloads from the universe. So those of you who do a lot of meditation, you might feel like you're getting a lot of downloads. You might feel like the universe is pushing things into you, giving you aha moments. Making you think, making you see. Those of you who have psychic abilities, you might feel like your clairvoyance is better. Your, whatever it is, right? Not empathicness so much, right? It's more like clairvoyance, clairaudient, right? The third eye, understanding, clarity coming through, having that greater awakening, precog dreams, things coming to you, because I do see a lot of, downloads. Like I said, if you guys are doing any kind of meditations, that's a good way to open yourself up to spirit, to say, this is where things are coming towards me, for me to have that better clarity and understanding, in which that's what that full moon in Leo wants you to do. Because I did not do the full moon in Leo. I am so sorry. I did not have time. Everything just got off really fast this month for me. But I'm getting that short up as we're speaking. But I am saying right now that, this is where your clarity is going to say, this is where I'm closing this book to get ready for this new chapter. We are getting ready for a new lunar new year. That's the Chinese New Year. This is when everything kind of, they say, realigns itself, right? So having that new lunar new year where that horse is coming in, this is like the last piece of the puzzle where the snake gets to say, hey, you know what, let's do this. And then the snake says, let's get that going. But I do feel like at the end for you guys, the snake, metaphoric, of course, guys, right? But the snake in itself, that snake energy is actually also telling you there's a lot of essence, because the snake in general brings essence and brings vitality. It also brings downloads. Right? So, and I feel like that's where it stopped. It's kind of like your snake stopped. And it said, wait, hold on a second. I was shedding for you, right? I did a lot of shedding for you. Now I want you to stop right here. And as you're shedding, I want you to transform, but I want you to have this better understanding, Sag Cap. Besides it just moving around, making chaos, it actually stopped for you. And maybe it's because you said, I already had the chaos. Now it's time for me to equip myself for the next coming. Well, it is. And the equipping yourself means the understanding, the clarity. Okay. That understand, look, it's going to bring in the self-belief, the luck, and the self-confidence, which you love, because you're going to be building on that from that Leo full moon anyways. And it says, let go of what no longer serves you, that Leo does, that full moon, so that you can get to what's new, refreshed, revitalize yourself, and get ready for something brand new. And that's exactly what you do. And it is. It's making you focus at the beginning of the month. You're going to be in a place of learning, understanding, watching, wondering what's going on, seeing things more clearly, having a lot of information coming to you through a download, but also probably getting a lot of information from other people as well, which is good, because no matter what, that's still coming from the universe to say, I'm going to make this person say something. You're going to be at the right place at the right time to hear this information. That's still a download from the universe, because it's there on purpose. There's no coincidence to the situation. So that way you can have the Ace of Pentacles. It's saying, I'm communicating so that you can have the abundance. I'm communicating so that you can have this within the 9th house. This better understanding, broadening your view. And it says it doesn't matter if it's spiritually or academically, because I believe that no matter what in the 9th house, it's always going to be, it's not one or the other. It's either, it's going to be either it is all spiritual, but I always believe that it's also academic. In yours, it's going to be academic, because no matter what, we're still replacing energy with information as well. I hope that makes sense. It's like, God, I hope that made sense. Okay, so let's get to the mid-month. Mid-month says, that's powerful. That's very powerful. Okay, let's go. This is going to bring out new jobs, new dynamics, new money. In the mid-month, it says that you're going to expand, but you're going to be in this place of solitude. Having the prosperity begins. Wow. There's that Ace of Pentacles again. No deception and envy. Anybody who wants to bring you down, anybody who wants to hide shit behind a mask, everything's coming to light. Nothing's going to be hidden. Remember, that's also when that fire horse is going to rear itself and rampage itself right out, right? You just see that horse just flying across the sky like, right? Because remember, it has a lot of momentum. It doesn't stop. If that horse stops, and I know I told you guys this in your New Year's forecast, okay, but I'll bring it up again. But if you guys really want to know about that, we spoke a lot about that, right? In that reading. When that fire horse stops, it's dangerous because that means it's setting shit on fire. Because this horse needs to be moving. It's just like yourself, moving and shaking. You can almost feel like this fire horse is like a Sagittarius energy. Just think of it that way. If Sag is going to stop, there's probably going to be some shit that's going to fucking fall, right? Because if I'm not happy, then shit's going down. Because I want it adventurous. I want life to be as happy-go-lucky as possible. I want things, you know, yada, yada, whoa, whoa, whoa. But if I'm stopping and I have to look around to see what the fuck you're doing, I'm burning your ass to the ground because I'm Sagittarius. So just think, you know, you are a centaur. This is a horse. So just think of yourself as pretty much the same when it comes to this fire horse. If this fire horse needs to stop to say something, you're all going down. And I know what a Sagittarius does, okay? And I'm just telling you right now, this is a beautiful Jupiterian Sagittarius energy. So you don't want that fire horse to stop. And that's what it's saying. If I have to stop for you in the middle of me bouncing around, your shit's going to go down. Okay? We don't want the fire horse to stop because it has a beautiful momentum that's lighting with desires all over the place. And as it's going, yes, it's going to burn because it's going to say, oh, wait, that person, he was given a chance. He was given a chance, but I'm full of passion, so I don't like what I'm seeing. So I'm going to burn that shit to the ground. Your relationship's gone. I mean, it's over. It's dust. There is no more this, that, and let's try to play, you know, with magic, and let's do this and make it magical and try to fix it and do these things. No, it's saying it's gone. That job didn't work. It's gone. It was, you know, it reminds me also of a Saturn energy. You guys are Capricorn, and Saturn, Grumpy Grandpa, sits up there, and what does Grumpy Grandpa say, right? That's that Saturn energy. I always call Saturn Grumpy Grandpa because he is karmic. So if he doesn't like something, he hits it with his cane, and he says, get off my lawn. It ain't no good, right? And he shoves them away. So, I mean, you have a lot of different energies over here that are saying it's not okay. And if it wants, so there is going to be none. There is nothing that's okay about this energy. If that person is hurting you, they're gone. We're not playing anymore. There's a destiny, there's a higher calling, there's a spiritual downloads, it's life-changing awareness of what's going on that's starting now. And I do believe that this is going to wrap down throughout the month. I just believe it starts really strong during the beginning of the month, and you're really going to see it. And you have a 9, and you have a 9 in the 9th house. Right? So I am really feeling like the universe is downloading something into your soul, and it's preparing you for the fire horse that is your destiny. Okay? And it's luck. It's a blessing. It's expansive. You have it in the Jupiter. There you go. The Emperor. Money, stability, destiny. Money. I see a lot of money. God damn, you're holding on to a lot of money. You guys could be rich, but I've said it before, Sag Cap, you always have the abilities. You have the abilities in your higher calling. If you do future readings, you guys do have the, the ability to be millionaires. I've said it. I do personal readings all the time. I can see it. If there's a force within, then it's a force to be reckoned with. Right? I mean, it's not that you're just hoping for change. You are becoming prepared for this change. There's a difference. There's a difference between chasing your dreams and preparing for your dreams. Because I don't feel like you've been chasing. You've been aware that things can happen. Chasing doesn't bring dreams. That doesn't attract shit. That pushes things away. You're saying, no, I'm dreaming and I'm building. And I just feel like the universe is preparing you and has been preparing you for the last couple of months for this journey, for this new. Why? Because that snake's been shedding. Look, there it is. Preparing you. Bringing you together. What did I say? It has to attract. There's a connection. It's about connectivity. Becoming what you are. Not chasing it. Not just doing it or hoping. You're stepping into the season of self-belief and abundance and aligning yourself with the true purpose of who you are, not letting anything get you down or holding you away from it. And as that fire horse comes in, it's going to push everything together. So where you felt blocked or you felt slow, and even though it's still going to be slow, sorry, the slowness is not gonna go away. If anything, now I understand why the Taurus energy is there. I understand why it needs to be slow. It needs to be steady. It needs to be accurate. For a Taurus, it's a part of the slowness is a part of accumulating not just productiveness, but also almost like a perfection. No, we're not perfectionists. I'm a Taurus. We're not perfectionists, but it's to the point where it's like if we can see it, it can be done. It's productive, slow, and steady. Because we don't like to do things twice. I mean, let's just get down to the point here, okay? Taurus don't like to do shit twice, okay? If it's ruined, we're just like, damn, I got to do it again. I'm not happy. We like to have things done pretty much as perfect as possible the first time. We're not the type that like to go back and do it again. It's like, ugh, I gotta get down, right? But it says because you are ready, this is why it's taking place. Okay, so let's get to the end of the month. And we're watching that fire horse come in. Wow, yeah, for your desire. Look at that. I said the fire horse, I cut it, and look at what it says. This is your fire horse energy. It says, through the alignment of the connectedness, through the desire is the fire horse. Through this connection and through this alignment, you're going to open up the floodgates over here with the 7 of Cups, bring in all these opportunities, seeing what's available for you, and definitely falling in love with these new opportunities. Ace of Cups. This is where your dreams and your desires come from. And it's beautiful because you already have the Ace of Pentacles that says, this is where I want to be. And then you have the Ace of Pentacles here. So, boom. Right? And that's okay, because it could say, well, maybe it was the Ace of Pentacles again, but that's, but we already used it. So let's bring in the Ace of Cups. It doesn't matter. She's using Ace of Cups anyways. It doesn't really matter in the end because we already know it's stable. It's something you're in love with that's stable. You have Ace of Pentacles twice and she's holding the Ace of Pentacles. You're wielding the Ace of Pentacles that she's holding. That's you. This is a Capricorn card. This is a Capricorn card. So it already says you're wielding this ace. This ace is what the magician was wielding. This is the tool. That is what you made. And again, so it's just telling the same story over and over. Hey, you want this. This is where you're going. This is where it's coming in. Gee. Okay, so let's look at the end of the month. My goodness, you guys. End of the month. Firm foundation. Jeez, yeah, Four of Pentacles. Holding on to the Four of Pentacles. Like you couldn't. That's your stability. That's saying all my chakras are in a row too. And I'm holding that pentacle to my heart. Remember, Four of Pentacles, you're going to see him as he's holding that pinnacle in his heart. You're saying, this is what I want. This is what I desire. This is what I've been dreaming of. Six of Cups. This is where I remember even having this, or this is a memory of what I wanted. Truth be told, with the Justice, wow, this is all justified. Yeah, this is definitely not just luck. This is definitely a destiny meeting you like kind of in the middle. So this fire horse isn't just going to arrive gently. It's arriving to move your life forward. And you, Sag Cap, are ready for this journey. Wow. Yeah, there you are journeying. That's wow. And there it is. Answering your highest call. Like I just said. Wow, I couldn't even getting to your commitments. This is activating your luck. Jupiter is activating your luck. Taurus is grounding your success, and the ninth house destiny is calling. Definitely calling you out for things to be justified. And you're receiving downloads to prepare for this fire horse. So this is your upgrade, guys. This is your moment in time. Okay, so until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.